I'm a big fan. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, good. Me too. Me too. It makes two of us here. Congrats on Severance, by the way. Everybody's talking about this. It is so well done. No spoilers. You just came back from Europe. You were doing a big tour, a press tour over there.
Yeah.
It got out of control. It was fantastic. They're giant balloons.
It was so fun.
And now you're back in New York. How's it feel to be back in America?
I mean, I just have to say, we're kind of in a collective state of awe.
Yeah.
The cast and crew at how the show has been received. We're so grateful. It's
massive.
Hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
And it's so good to be back in New York. I just saw two women skipping towards each other on the sidewalk because it's spring.
Yeah, it is spring in New York. Yeah.
They were like arms outstretched, like skipping.
Only in New York does that happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
people are skipping like, yes!
It's spring.
Yes, we tried a couple weeks ago. There was a rumor that it was spring, and it wasn't. But everyone was kind of excited. They're like, it's not, it's freezing. Yeah, it's still cold. Today, it was spring. Yeah, it was gorgeous. I love it.
Okay, so I'm also excited to be in New York because I have 2 films coming out this week in New York.
Oh, my God. Which one?
Okay, so Wednesday, I have a film called Psychotherapy coming out at the IFC. And it's where Steve Buscemi plays a retired serial killer who accidentally becomes John Magaro and I's marriage counselor. So that's really fun.
That's fantastic.
Really fun.
That's good. Steve Buscemi.
And then on Friday, I have a film coming out called Darkest Miriam. It's about a librarian who falls in a hole and opens her heart. And that's coming out at the Roxy.
Oh, my gosh. Busy, busy, busy. Can we talk about, too, like, I know that at one point you thought about maybe going professional at basketball.
Well, I dreamt of it.
You dreamt of it, yeah. But you were really good. Look at this. Come on, give it up. That's... Now, you had dreams of going all the way? No.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to have been in the WNBA, but I was a little too short.
You were?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you said it, but I read somewhere that you said this helped with Severance.
Yeah, you know, we do a lot of running through hallways, especially season 1, and there's marks on the floor. You're working with the camera team, you're working with the other actors, and it really feels like Ben Stiller's the coach, and we're all learning our play.
Yeah. And you, Coach, tell us, where do we go?
Coach, put me in.
Yeah. Also, he's a big basketball fan, too.
Huge.
Stiller loves basketball, yeah.
He's like the mayor of the Knicks. We went...
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's always at the Knicks games, yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah, it's him, Spike Lee, and Tracy Morgan. I mean, yeah, they're always there. Season 2, by the way, has been breaking viewing records on Apple TV+. Congratulations. It's the number 1 show they've ever released. Out of every show combined, you're the number 1 show. It's massive. And one of the most popular episodes this season, again, no spoilers, it took place in the woods.
Yep.
And everyone's so used to seeing you guys only in the office. How was the woods filming?
Well, I love being outside. And we all did. It was this very actual team building experience, but we're kind of out of our routine. We were on a mountain most of the time.
Fun.
And it was cold. And a little bit about me and my routine, I like to have a smoothie in the morning.
Oh, tell me more.
Blueberry. Okay, this is gonna be...
Blueberry, yeah.
Blueberry.
Uh-huh.
Banana.
Yes.
Write it down. Protein powder.
Ooh.
Okay, so typically I have that in the morning, and it powers me through all day.
Gotcha.
But it's cold. You don't want to have a smoothie in the morning when it's cold.
No.
So I have them make it for me and put it in my trailer, and I'm gonna have it at lunch, right?
Keep you go through the day. They give you the energy.
That's right.
That's very cool.
But it becomes lunchtime, and I haven't had any food yet, you know, and I'm so hungry. I run to my trailer, and the smoothie was made in one of those little Ninja bullets, right?
Yes.
Like the travel kind.
Yeah, I know those cups.
And I drank it so fast.
Good.
I was so hungry. Good, right?
Yes.
I'm getting my...
You want your energy.
Nutrients.
You've got to be out there and crush it like you do on Severance.
That's right.
Yeah.
But about 3/4 of the way through the smoothie, Jimmy, this is scary, okay? I start feeling little bits of something in my mouth. And I'm like...
It's not those nanas.
That's not a banana.
Not the blueberries.
It was just blueberry. Is it blackberry seeds? No,
Yeah.
wait.
What are they?
It's clear. Is it salt? What is that? And I start fishing through the bullet, and I see 3 words floating around. The words do, not, and eat. And sure enough, I pull it out, and it's a silica gel packet.
No.
Yes.
What'd you do?
Well, I had just drank it.
Oh my God.
So,
Are you freaking out?
So at least I hadn't eaten it. I drank it.
Still bad. Still bad.
But I'm panicking.
Do not eat. I didn't technically.
Exactly.
I drank you
I
instead.
drank you.
Yes.
But what do you do when you're maybe poisoned? You start Googling your Googling.
You go.
But there's no Wi-Fi because we're on a mountain. So you do the next best thing. You text your friends. There was enough signal to get out. I'm texting everyone. I was like, maybe these are my last moments.
Yes. I just ate the thing that says do not eat. I ate it.
I ate it.
Oh, wow.
I get a text back from a friend who has a kid, and they say, don't worry, my son ate one last year. The doctor says it's okay.
All right. And you made it through.
I made it through. And to this day, when my friends see me, and they'll be like, are you hungry?
You brought one for me.
Yeah, this is
That is
for
so
you.
thoughtful.
It's like a little maraca.
That is so thoughtful. Thank you so much. It is like a little maraca. Thank you very, very much for this.
So now you know someone who ate one.
Yes.
It's
you
me.
survived. Okay, and you're all right. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. I love that. Let's talk about the finale. Again, no spoilers, but it's going down as one of the best finales in history. People are freaking out about it. I'll explain the show really quickly, in case you haven't seen it yet. Basically, there's a work life and a outside of work life. And when you're in work, you're an innie, and outside of work life, you're an outie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so.
I'm so glad you did that for me.
Right?
Just
You always have to do it.
You
but
explained it.
It's genius the way it's done, because you don't know what's happening outside, and outside you don't know what's happening inside at work.
That's right.
There you go. All right, it's fantastic. I want to show you a clip. Here's Britt Lauer in Severance. Take a look.
Where's Mark?
Excuse me.
This is the second day in a row he's not here. Is he coming in?
Non-disclosure policy forbids.
He had a nosebleed before. Is he okay?
Why?
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 He's department chief.
Dylan is, in Mark's absence.
Kind of like you and Cobell. Replace one part with another.
That's enough, Heliar.
Don't you mean Hallie E?
What? No! No spoilers! But I will say there's something that everyone's talking about. It's already on the internet, so I'm not spoiling. But there's a thing involving a marching band.
Yeah.
And I did a little research on you, and I found that you were actually in the marching band when you were in high school.
Yes. So I grew up in a really small farm town, and that meant that everyone had to do all of the extracurricular activities in order to field all of the teams. So I would often be playing basketball, and then I'd go to speech team practice and practice my original oratory in my basketball shoes. I was also a cheerleader, and at halftime of the football games, I would run and grab my trumpet and march with the marching band.
That's what you have to do.
Wearing my cheerleading outfit.
That's fantastic. Well, we always happen to have a trumpet around just for fun. We're just wondering if maybe you'd like to play on national television tonight. I don't know, when was the last time you played a trumpet?
In high school.
High school, yeah, perfect. We thought it'd be kind of fun if you did the theme song to Severance.
Well, here's...
No?
So I have this deal with myself.
Okay.
That if someone asks me to do something that frightens me, I have to do it.
All right.
And nothing like physically dangerous, just that might bruise my ego.
Yeah, just something, yeah.
So I have to, okay.
All right.
So I haven't really played since high school, but yesterday I went on something called YouTube.
And you learned?
And I have to thank Gary Badger for this composition. Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, thank you, Gary.
I'm sorry to my neighbors, because trumpets are loud.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me find my first note first. Okay. Okay, that's the one. Okay, I'm gonna come over here.
Okay, you got this.
Okay.
Britt Lauer. Brent Lauer, everybody.
Hit it.